I think we're well overdue for a little check-in, beasties. What's up, beasties? It's me, it's Triple B, your friendly neighborhood bearded book beast. Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you. Today we're just checking in, catching up. It's been a while. I didn't do any monthly wrap-ups. I haven't done a Beast Tale, and there's a lot of reasons why, which we will talk about as this summer version of a monthly wrap-up goes up. Lots to talk about with the channel, with what I've been reading, everything going on. So thanks for being here. Grab yourself a beverage, maybe a thirst-quenching refreshment like some Java, which I could drink in this Bearded Book Beast mug, which could be yours. Comes in different colors. Anyway, it's been too long. I'm going to catch you up on my reading, what's been going on the channel, and just talk a little bit about what's to come. So thanks for hanging out. Let's get to it. All right, so as you all know, I moved across the country from Michigan to North Carolina. I'm on the west side of North Carolina now. Loving it here. It's been interesting. We've had a stretch of really hot weather, a stretch of a lot of rain, and then now we're getting kind of a mix where it's nice and cool like fall in the evenings and early morning, and then gets a little warmer in the afternoon. But I'm loving it. I'm looking forward to fall weather. It's my favorite time of year, almost to spooky season, and then that just kicks off. I love spooky season, Thanksgiving, Christmas time. I just love it all, and we're getting closer to that. Football started, love it, so it's been fun. Looking forward to winter, not having as much snow and cold, so that'll be good. But anyway, yes. Let's start off talking about moving. So I moved, and coming out tomorrow is going to be my moving video. Finally, I've got it ready. It's going to drop tomorrow, so look forward to that. That'll be a lot of fun to share with you guys. The footage isn't great. There's not as much as I would have hoped. I got pictures and video clips and things. I got a new camera. I got a new phone, which takes better. I figured out the new phone because some of them are kind of, I don't know. Lighting sucks. And I realized the way I was doing my, like, downloading, uploading, editing, I was doing it a dumb way, and it was compressing and lowering the quality so that it would look really good when I first took it. Then by the time it got to the YouTube video, it looked horrible. And I figured it out, so I should have better luck with that. But anyway, that video will have some low quality stuff. But hey, what do you do? It is what it is. It'll still be fun. I had a lot of fun making that. And then, yeah, so that'll be coming out tomorrow. And I'll talk to you more about my journey and how things are going in North Carolina so far. But let's start off like we always do, and let's talk about what I read over the summer, June, July, August. And it, not much. I was getting together the stuff that I read. I mean, I read a decent amount, but, I like to read at least 3 books a month, at least 3 novellas, read some graphic novels and some manga so that I can do like a book of the month, novella of the month, all that. And I didn't, so that would have been, 9 books at least, 9 novellas. And I read about, 7 books, so not horrible. And I read, 3 novellas. So not up to snuff. And I read like 1 graphic novel, and no manga. So it was, but in my defense, I was moving. June was pretty much all packing, finishing up my old job at my old school, packing up the house and packing up the moving truck, and then moving and then unpacking and organizing, all those things. July continued the organizing and doing stuff at the new house, and then exploring, and then my car was in the shop for about 3 weeks from pulling a U-Haul. The old girl just couldn't handle it. I'll talk about all that in my moving video, but anyway, there's reasons why I didn't read as much as I would want. But anyway, let's talk about what I did read. So the only book that I don't have physically, we'll start there. I read The Veil by E.H. Bradley. That was a fun story. I did a book review short on it. You can check that out. I've had E.H. on the channel He's a character. He's a lot of fun to talk to. Had a great time with him. I'm reading an arc of another one of his books now that we'll be talking about with him on Josh at Already Overbooked channel. Look for more information about that soon. But anyway, The Veil was a lot of fun. So it kind of starts off with some horror vibes, gives you like that eerie Stephen King feel. You've got a young cast of characters, a terrible, hideous accident happens, and then they suddenly develop some interesting powers and things are going on. And then it turns kind of into a teen superhero, a high schooler team of superheroes, action, thriller, suspense, and then it turns into a little bit of sci-fi stuff. So it's a cool mashup of different things. It was a lot of fun to read. I really enjoyed it. So that was great. Read that. And then I also read Cold Silver for Souls by Tori Tekken, and this baby was really good. I had a lot of fun with this. You know, I love westerns, especially fantasy westerns, and this was This was good, really good. Our main character is a bounty hunter, and she's a necromancer, and she takes around her kind of sidekick, a zombie, that's got a very interesting connection with her and her past, and you learn more about it as the story goes on. There's ghouls and supernatural things going on, and it's just got a really cool Western flavor, and I loved it. Loved the main character. Loved the story. It was really good. Tori's an awesome author and booktuber. Check her out if you haven't, but this is great. I cannot wait to read her other books because I absolutely devoured and loved this book. Very, very, very good. Then I've been reading the Songs of Chaos series with Ian the Reader from his channel. We're going to do a chat for books 1 and 2, which I read over the summer. Book 1, Ascendant. Book 2, Unbound. And this is really good. I am loving it. I'm going to start book 3 this month. Book 4, which just is coming out in like a week. I'm going to read that as well, and then we'll talk about the whole series. But I'm really enjoying it. And this is something that, I love indie, and I'm going to keep reading, books from indie authors that send them to me, and friends of the channel that come out with new things, all that. But I really want to dive back and start going back and reading some of the big indie authors, including Michael R. Miller. And I still have not caught up on Bound and the Broken from Ryan Cahill. I'd love to read some Philip Quantrell. There's just so many that I want to read. Bengali, Michael R. Fletcher, so many that I want to read and I need to get into. But anyway, this book series is fantastic. I love it. You've got Holt Cook, our main character. He is a cook, but not just any cook. He cooks for dragons as well, which is pretty cool. And then there's dragon riders and bonding with the dragon. There's, a very mysterious dark villain that's trying to take over the world, basically. And then Holt, he finds out that there's if dragons are born with anything wrong with them, they just kill them and get rid of them, cast them aside. They're not worth the time. And he finds out that there's this little dragon baby that was born that's blind, and it's going to get the axe. So he decides he's going to steal the dragon. And try to keep it safe. And it kicks off from there. And it's really good. Great, great story. I'm really enjoying it. I loved book 2. Cannot wait to get back into book 3. It has an awesome cast of characters. And yeah, I'm really loving it. So highly recommend this if you have not checked it out yet. Next up, I this summer, of course, read Tears of the Fallen from Chance Dillon, another awesome booktuber, fantastic human being, and great author. I had him on the channel a couple times to talk about this book, and I had a blast with it. It's really good. He's got so many cool ideas, so many cool concepts, so many cool characters, and I really enjoyed it. Cannot wait for the next one. He does not hold your hand. He drops you in. He expects you to figure things out. But if you pay attention, if you're a seasoned reader, you pick up little things along the way, and then it becomes clear, and it ends off with a bang twist that I cannot wait to see where he goes with that. So, some people have said, you know, it might be confusing, or it might get tough to read, but I don't think it is if you pay attention. Now, would this be the book to start with if you've never read any kind of fantasy? Probably not, but it's really good, and I really enjoyed it. And I think he takes some swings and chances that I really applaud, and I think it's really fun, and I loved it. So check it out. I recommend it. And then, of course, I read The Devils, and it was good. I actually liked it a lot. I did a chat with two of my good friends, Josh Marty Overbooked and Dr. Logan from Novel Insights, and they weren't very high on it. I was, and I can understand the criticisms a lot of people have. So I said that I loved it, but I tamed my thoughts on it a little bit because I understand where people are coming from. But I've had time to sit on it more and thinking about it, and I don't care. I freaking loved it. I think it's awesome. I just think it's not first law, right? It's not first law, and I think that's where people get. I think there was two reasons why you hear a lot of negativity about this. One, it's not first law, and if you love first law and you love those characters, this is not it, but it is Joe Abercrombie, and you can see some of the sprinkles and the flavor of Joe Abercrombie in this, the humor, the characters that you just learn to love, and the way that he makes you care about them, and the way that he develops characters through things happening and not just like explaining things about them, how they react to certain things when they have flashbacks and memories to the past. He does just a great job with all that. The other part, I think, is that for new readers that wanted to try Joe Abercrombie, they've heard how great his writing is, and you're going to love it, and First Law is awesome. So they think, I'll just try this because it's one book. And then, if this is your first Joe Abercrombie, it reminds me a lot of with The Blade itself. A lot of people don't like that book. They say it's not going anywhere. It doesn't serve a purpose, blah, blah, blah. But I think it does, and I thought it was great, but a lot of people didn't like it. And I think this has that same first book thing for Joe Abercrombie. I think he's setting up this world and these characters, and he's got a plan. And you just got to love the characters and be along for the ride. I get what people saying. You're bouncing from one big thing to another, boombastic action all the time. And that it feels more like a movie, which he wrote it that way on purpose because it's already gotten picked up and they're going to make a movie about it. But I still think it's good. I love the characters, and I think the ending sets up nice for what's to come, and I'm really interested to see what that is. So I really enjoyed this. I liked it a lot. And I did plan to read Kingdoms of Death, the next Suneater book, over the summer, but I did not get to it. Or Will of the Many. I'm going to be reading both of those in September. So I'm about 100 pages into this, and it's really good so far. But I did, now that we're going to talk about novellas, I did read the Tales of the Suneater Volume 2. It's in this Queen Amid Ashes novella. I already read that, love that. One of my favorite novellas of all time. But I did read Tales of Suneater Volume 2, which is in this, and it was really good. I love seeing Christopher Rocchio get to explore different areas of his Suneater world and different characters. And this is, Hayter and Marlowe's story. The Suneater saga is always in first person, so it's cool to get to see him do third person and do different characters, and I just love it. So I enjoyed it a lot, and we got to see his brother Crispin again, which I love Crispin, so that was cool. And it was a lot of fun. I had a blast with it. So I got that done. Now I'm on to Kingdoms of Death. And then I read The Clatter Man from Janelle Shiki. Loved this. It was so fun. Did a little book review on it as well. If you love that 80s, 90s slasher horror stuff like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, all those slasher monster movies. If you love that vibe of those 80s and 90s, she captures it so well, and it's so fun. Her books are a blast. I love this in Death Cult. Can't wait to read Ghost Room and whatever she comes out with next. But definitely I recommend this. It is a blast. You'll have a good time with it, and you'll feel like you just went to Blockbuster and popped some popcorn, and it's in the 90s and you're getting ready to watch a slasher movie. It's really good. Highly recommend it. And then I read the tail end of the summer, The Warded Gunslinger by Flip Wiltgreen. This is a series of novellas. So cool. So it's kind of like Mandalorian a little bit, reminds me of Mandalorian, but mixed more with the fantasy and magic. So it's like at the Western, the sci-fi, and the fantasy, and it's so much fun. Main character is the Warded Gunslinger, Jake. He is kind of like a, not a wizard, kind of like a sorcerer. Is just really cool. Cool, like gunslinger type, but he's got some magic too. And he's got a spaceship, and he has a little cyber dragon, like a robotic dragon, hatchling that he's got in his care. It's kind of mysterious how he got it. All we know is he comes to this little mining town, his plane, like his spaceship crashes there, and he's looking for a room and all this stuff. He's trying to keep his dragon safe and hidden. And then somebody breaks into a ship and steals stuff while he's like trying to find a place, and they steal the dragon. So then it's about him trying to figure out who stole it, but also helping this mining town who's kind of got some riffraff and some bad hombres taking over the town. It's got that classic small western town getting taken over by some thugs, and he wants to help them, but also find his dragon. And it just kind of goes from there, and it's really cool. And then by the end, it's set up good for the next one. So I can't wait to read the next one of these. If you like Mandalorian, if you like fantasy westerns, if you like sci-fi, and you want to mash them all together, oh yeah, this will be a good time. It's a lot of fun. Kind of like Harry Dresden as a cowboy, mixed with the Mandalorian. It's pretty sweet. So there you go. That's what I read. Loved everything. I'm not going to pick a book of the summer or anything like that because I just didn't read enough where I feel comfortable doing that. Plus, I like to do it in a month spot. But when I do my updated top 10 books of all time, my top 10 books of 2025 down the road, not be surprised to see maybe some of these sneak in there. So be ready for that down the road. My lights are turning off behind me. I left them on one day for too long. That's what happens when I do. So I got to charge them up. So if they start turning off or turning red, that's why. Enjoy the drama behind me. So on the channel, I with moving, again, I wasn't super consistent over the summer. I had little pockets where I was, like before it got really busy with the move. Then after I got a little settled in, but then school started, the new school year started, having to get the kids settled in and all that. And my wife's busy schedule picked up at her job. So then I was a little inconsistent. But what I did do a lot was a lot of live chats and interviews with awesome indie authors. I had a great conversation with so many people. Beast Friends Forever has been going great. I'm really loving it. I've got Beast Tale coming out Sunday, where I'm going to talk about some things, some changes and stuff coming for the channel. Also, I'm going to do my 1 year look back, like what I've learned, but also celebrate a lot of the cool things that happened. That's going to be next week, so look forward to that. But for Beast Tale, it's going to keep happening, but eventually I'm going to scale it back a little, because there's been some times where I've done 4 or 5 straight in a week, and that just gets to be a lot. You know, I love the chat itself, but there is a lot of stuff that goes into it ahead of time, preparing, shouting it out, making thumbnails, posting afterwards, trying to, drum up some more people to go watch it. And there's just a lot of things that go into it. And, I just can't be being busy every night for that long. So I'm going to control, 1 or 2 a week starting in November, because I had a lot scheduled through September, October. So get through that. So those aren't changing, but starting in November, I'll just do 2 a week, probably Tuesdays and Thursdays, maybe different days depending on the guest and what works for them, but 1 or 2 a week, no more than that. Just because, unless I decide to do a solo one and just chat with all you beasties. But that is something that's changing eventually. And then I'm going to talk about some other changes with the channel and what I read, and some changes in my life that are pretty exciting. So look forward to all of that. But for now, just know I've got some cool things in the pipeline. what's coming up on the channel. Like I talked about, tomorrow, look for my moving video I talked about. And Thursday night, I've got an awesome episode of Beast Friends Forever with AJ Calvin, an amazing indie author. That's going to be a lot of fun. Look forward to that. And then Friday, making its long-awaited return is Spill That Tea. Oh, baby, baby, spill that tea for me. Spill that tea. I don't even know. That's a song I always use to promote it on Instagram or TikTok. But anyway, Beast Tea, spilling the tea, telling the tea, weekly will make its return. My weekly fantasy, sci-fi, etc. news show. I look forward to that. Look forward to getting the suit back on. Look for that Friday. Then Triple B's book mail. I've got some things that have come in. I've been saving up for a bit, so look for that on Saturday. And then Sunday, Beast Tale, and I'll fill you in on all the details on what's to come. So a lot of videos coming up. It's going to be great to chat and hang out with you guys. That's going to be a lot of fun. I've done a little bit of writing. I didn't do much over the summer, but recently I have. So that's exciting. Working on a standalone novella idea I have that's going to be coming out first, which will be my first thing. I've got a series of short books, novellas that I'm excited about that will be coming out. And then, of course, my big fantasy book project that I'm working on, the first of a series, that'll be coming out in the next year. It's going to be awesome. So a lot of things in the pipeline there, but not a ton of advancement over the summer with moving, but now we're getting to it. So yeah, it's been a great summer, a lot of changes to come, and I'm still here, and you're still here, Beasties. I appreciate it. We had some good growth. We're over 1,500, which is just crazy. I thought I'd maybe get 100, get to meet some cool people, and just have some fun talking about books. Never thought I would get monetized. Never thought I would be at 1,500 after, a little over a year. It's just wild to me. So I really appreciate all of you. It's been a blast. It's been an awesome journey. Thank you for all the support and for the friendship. I've met some amazing people, and I cannot wait to continue to grow this community and to continue to get to know all of you. Thank you for everything you've done. So that's all I've got. Just wanted to give you a quick update on what's in the pipeline and what I read over the summer, since I didn't do monthly wrap-ups. But those will be back. I'll talk more about that in Beast Tale, kind of the schedule, plan, things that are going on in my life. Get ready. I got some cool announcements. That's going to be on Sunday. And then we'll kick off from there. And it's going to be a new era of Bearded Book Beast, and I look forward to it. So thank you, Beasties. Have a fantastic day. Let me know what you read over the summer, what some of your favorite things you read. Let me know what you did over the summer, if you had any awesome trips or did any cool things. It's been too long since we've chatted. So thanks again for hanging out. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video. And until I do, as I always say, devour your TBRs, be brave, be beautiful to one another, and be beastly. We'll see you.